guys, welcome back to the channel. So I know you see the changes, but don't hate the changes, embrace the changes. I was laying in bed the other night and I thought, what if I want to talk about something different than MMA? Because I like talking about different things. That's gonna be weird if I'm called Full House MMA and I'm talking about something different than MMA. So I didn't want to limit myself and put myself in that box. So I decided to expand to Corey Has Spoken, because that just means I can talk about anything. And I thought that was more appropriate for where I want my channel to be and where I see it going. I know you see the new logo at the beginning. I worked really hard on that, so I hope you guys appreciate it. I'm over 100 subscribers now, and I know a lot of you, 100 subscribers, man, you've made it, man. I just started, and all the people that you're following that may have 50,000, 100,000 subscribers, 1,000,000 subscribers, they all started from somewhere, and I'm not a previously famous person or anything like that, so I just don't automatically have a huge following. So I have to build it up just a little bit at a time. If you subscribe to me because I do MMA content, do not fret. I'm still going to be doing MMA content. I've been watching MMA since 1993 and talking about MMA since 1993. And that's not going to change now. So don't think that, because I might do a video about like Will Smith slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars or something. Just because I might do a video about something like that every once in a while does not mean that I'm not doing MMA content anymore. Or because I changed my channel name to Corey Has Spoken, that does not mean I'm not going to do MMA anymore. So just wanted to get that out there to the forefront. Now, on to business. Deiveson Figueiredo, is he ducking Brandon Moreno for the fourth fight? Or does he really feel offended? He put a monkey face on me. He put a monkey face on me on Instagram. So, those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, if you're an MMA fanatic like I am, you probably know, how close the fights have been for the most part between Figueiredo and Moreno. The only fight that was not really that close was the second one where Moreno submitted Figueiredo. And I know we hear tons of excuses in this sport. People had this injury and that injury, and Paulo Costa drank a bottle of wine before he fought Adesanya. I mean, you hear it all. But according to most reputable sources, Figueiredo was actually sick with like a foodborne illness or something the week of leading up to that second fight with Moreno. And I must admit, he didn't really look like himself in that second fight. So, if you take that one out of the equation, which of course Moreno won and then won the belt, and you put all of the other fights into perspective, they have all been very, very closely razor thin contested sort of fights. And so these guys are very closely matched. So first fight was a draw. Figueiredo was the current champion. He got to keep his belt. Second fight, Figueiredo might or might not have been sick before that fight. Moreno came in, submitted him, took Figueiredo's belt. Third fight, Figueiredo comes back, takes Moreno's belt back from him. Thank you. Give me that back. And now they're talking about a possible fourth fight. Well, obviously Moreno wants that. He wants to get his belt back. He felt what that felt like to be the first Mexican champion. He was getting a lot of love from, his home country and just from people all around the world in general. He was loving that life of being a champion. The very first title defense, he has to turn around and relinquish it back to Deiveson Figueiredo after Figueiredo assaulted him verbally over and over and over and over in that pre-fight press conference, saying all kinds of Spanish phrases that seem to be like curse words, even though I don't speak Spanish. All right, so where we're at now is supposedly Figueiredo has accused Moreno's team of racist acts on social media. I think this is kind of silly. Moreno thinks that Figueiredo is just trying to make an excuse to not have to fight him. Figueiredo is trying to give Kai Kara France. the next shot at the title, which I'm not saying that Cara France doesn't deserve it, but I'm also saying that it has to be seen at some point, that fourth fight between Figueiredo and Moreno, because all of their matches have been just so close. You can't decide who's the better guy, quite honestly. Um, and so Moreno is saying that Figueiredo is trying to duck him. And there was no racist acts or anything like that on Instagram, on social media. Marcelo Rojo, who was one of Moreno's teammates, was doing like a live Instagram feed. And they were putting filters. He said they were streaming live on Instagram and he was using many filters. And it's a shame we don't have the video because it was a live stream and he didn't save it. He used filters on everyone, including Dana White, my teammates, and even filters on me. Well, of course he wasn't going to leave Figueiredo out of it because Figueiredo is one of Moreno's biggest rivals. So of course they put a filter on him and put like this funny monkey face on and stuff like that. Well, now Figueiredo is taking that and saying that it's unbecoming of a champion and he doesn't want to give Moreno that title shot because his conduct is unbecoming of a champion. And he's acting like a racist by putting a monkey filter on Figueiredo's face. I mean, it sounds like to me, Figueiredo just wants to have an easy title fight for a change. Ever since Moreno has came into the picture, Figueiredo has been fighting for his life. Literally, none of them have come easy. And as I said, the skill levels of these guys, I mean, Figueiredo is obviously the harder puncher, probably has more power than does Moreno. But outside of that, I mean, it's hard to point to any one area that either one of these guys excels that much over the other guy. And, so I tend to think that Figueiredo is just not wanting to fight Moreno again. He's trying to get Cara France in there, which be careful what you wish for, because Cara France has looked, he beat Askarov in that last fight. Askarov was 14-0 and hardcore surging before Cara France got a hold of him. So if I was Figueiredo, I'd be careful what you wish for. But what do you guys think about that? I mean, when we have a sport where, people like Colby Covington is bullying chubby John Morgan, trying to make him do 10 push-ups before he'll even agree to answer his questions. Talking about Masvidal being a shit father. Got Connor over here, telling Dustin his wife is in his DMs and talking about Khabib's father and Khabib's religion. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on, the kind of stuff that we see in this business. And now here's Figueiredo crying about racism somehow, from them using filters on people's faces on Instagram. Come on, Figueiredo. As far as I'm concerned, his slip is hanging. That means his true intentions are showing. I think he's just using this whole, social media racism rant as an excuse to not have to jump right back in there with Brandon Moreno, because he knows it's going to be another war, another tough fight to which he could possibly lose the belt again. He already lost the belt to Moreno one time. But, in a sport where we hear all of the things that we hear as far as these pre-fight antics, I thought that was funny to hear Figueiredo claiming racism and that, he's trying to stand up against racism and prejudice in his city where it is predominantly Indians and blacks. Okay, Figueiredo. So what you're saying is you're scared to fight Moreno for a fourth time because you're afraid he's going to get his belt back. Gotcha. We get it. Anyway, that's just my opinion. It's just an opinion, guys. It's just an opinion. Jeez. If you like the content, please subscribe. Or don't subscribe. You don't have to. In fact, don't subscribe. You see what I did there? Yeah. See that? It's called reverse psychology, man. All right. Appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you next time. Peace.